You are about to experience the Jersey Jaguar YouTube channel, the greatest YouTube channel in all of history when it comes to your Jacksonville Jaguars. In order to become a subscriber to this channel, if you haven't done so already, you only need to fit 3 criteria. First, you must love the Jacksonville Jaguars. Second, you must hate, better yet even despise, the Tennessee Titans. And third, and most importantly, you must know in your heart with everything you have that Shad Khan is a complete and total buffoon. If you fit those 3 criteria, hit that subscribe button, join me on this YouTube journey, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Sit back, relax, and listen to the best Jaguar insight on the YouTube platform. Jaguar fans, it's been a hot minute, but I'm here in all my glory, and I'm here to talk to you about some Jacksonville Jaguars football. Because we play a game tomorrow. Even though it's just a preseason game, it's still football. And according to our head man, Doug Peterson, the Jaguars will be playing their starters more than likely throughout the entire first half, if not the first half, at least deep into the second quarter. There's a lot to talk about, so let's talk about it. Kind of want to give you guys some key things to look out for in this upcoming game, as much as you can look out for in a preseason game, that is. And I know some of you are really going to enjoy what I'm about to say. Not necessarily for the reasons that I want you to. But Trayvon Walker has been a beast. Trayvon Walker has only played about 5-6 series or so of NFL football so far. But in those 5 or 6 series, he has played against the Las Vegas Raiders, starting left tackle, and played very well. And he took Jedrick Wills to the wood shop last Friday night, who is a very good starting left tackle for the Cleveland Browns. I am not saying that I was wrong about Trayvon Walker because we haven't seen it. Do it against Washington, do it against the Colts, do it against the Chargers, do it against the Eagles, do it against the Texans, so on and so forth, because I don't remember who else we play in chronological order. He does that. He does for 17 games what he has done so far in 2 glimpses of preseason football. Trayvon Walker is going to be a superstar for the Jaguars. And I will come on video and make some of you people's day by coming on here and saying I was wrong about Trayvon Walker and that I'm glad that we did not draft Aiden Hutchinson, because my goodness, Trayvon Walker has played some pretty darn good football. So I am super excited to see what he can do against Pittsburgh's offensive line tomorrow night. If he can continue that, now the real proof again won't come until the real games start. But man, what we've seen so far it's better than what we see out of Caleb on Chason, that's for sure. Which is low-key kind of what I expected from Trayvon Walker. Not a whole lot when it comes to the pass rush department. But boy, he shut my mouth in these first 2 little glimpses of preseason football that we've seen him in. Hope it keeps up. Hope he's a beast. Hope he's dominant. Hope I make that apology video to Trent Baalke. Moving on, Trevor Lawrence. Some of you have been critical of my hero, my idol, my reason to get up out of bed in the morning, Trevor Lawrence. I, on the other hand, happen to think, while yes, he does like to throw to Laquan Treadwell a little too much, maybe those parties that he has at his house where he has Treadwell come over and they hang out and they bond over the bonfire or whatever it is that they do on Instagram, okay? Maybe he's enjoying that a little bit too much. Maybe that's why he likes to throw to Treadwell as much as he does. But I thought Trevor looked pretty good the other night. Yeah, he missed Evan Ingram open. But you know what? It's preseason week 1. He hasn't played football since December. And you know what? Each and every drive of the 3 drives that Trevor played, he looked better each and every time. I expect Trevor to throw for at least a tud, no turnovers, have a pretty good completion percentage, especially since I believe Christian Kirk and Visca are playing tomorrow night. So I'm kind of excited to see how it looks with everyone out there, because I believe the only offensive piece that won't be playing for us tomorrow night is James Robinson. Now, again, it's preseason, but the Jaguars look like they had more of an identity last Friday than they ever did under Urban Meyer last year. Okay? So, will that continue? I think it will, and I'm excited to see it continue. I'm excited to see Trevor Lawrence blossom into the beautiful, wonderful franchise quarterback that this franchise and this fan base has so desperately been hoping and waiting for. I believe Trevor is that guy. I can't wait to see him play football tomorrow night. Another thing to really keep your eye on, this offensive line is not settled in any way, shape, or form. Tyler Shatley really disappointed me Friday night because I thought he got shellacked up front by Cleveland's defensive front. Did not like what I saw out of him at all. So, is the job Ben Barch's? It's a good possibility that he gets to start tomorrow night. But then again, they put Shatley in that spot in the first place. Now, I do think it's more than likely that Ben Barch does take it, because Tyler Shatley is kind of that backup purgatory center guard, whatever. It's one area to look out for. And obviously the big elephant in the room that we've been talking about over and over and over and over for months, who's going to win that right tackle job? Jawan Taylor right now is listed as the starter, and that's great. If Jawan Taylor's been having an excellent camp, plays well in these preseason games, and ends up winning the job because he's straight out playing better than Walker Little, great, awesome, wonderful. Problem is, you haven't even tried Walker Little at guard to see if he would be better than Barch or Shatley. And if Barch is starting at guard and Jawan Taylor wins the right tackle job, then you spent a mid-second round pick last year for a guy who's riding the bench, and unless there's an injury which is detrimental to your team, he's never going to play. Yeah. That's a problem. That's a problem. It's a problem, too, if Jawan Taylor isn't playing, considering they spent even a higher second-round pick on him not too long ago. However, we've seen 3 games of Walker Little. We've seen 3 years of Jawan Taylor. We know what Jawan Taylor is. We see the potential of Walker Little, and I think it would be much easier for this franchise to go with the potential of Walker Little over the average, mediocre, what we've seen of Jawan Taylor. Obviously, a big story heading in to this game. I'm not putting really any stock into the Falcons game. I'm working during that. I'm probably not even going to watch that or anything, because I don't think anyone really of note is going to play in that game. So that's why I'm making a video about this game specifically, because I think this will really determine a lot of these holes, especially on the offensive line. I think absolutely how Ben Barch plays tomorrow night, and absolutely how Tyler Shatley plays, Little, Taylor, those 4 dudes. Tomorrow's a big night for them, because 2 of them are going to be playing week 1 against Washington, and 2 of them are going to be sitting on the bench. And which ones that is, tomorrow night has a very, very big impact on that decision. Also, one last thing, actually 2 things that I would like to bring up. One of them's quick. The Jaguars cut Elliott Fry So it looks like Santoso is the kicker. How does he do? Make your darn kicks. Because I can't go through the kicker hell that we went through last year with this team. Make your kicks. Got one job. Do your job. That's all I got to say about that. One last thing. Obviously, we know we're not going to see James Robinson, although James Robinson, we heard it from the man himself. James Robinson will be lined up, ready to play against Washington on week 1, September 11th. Super excited about that. Obviously, that was everyone's hope. Our ultimate goal, desire was for J-Rod to be back fully healthy for Washington. And Doug Peterson confirmed that that is the tradition right now, that he will be ready. Awesome news. He's not playing tomorrow. Obviously, don't want him to. Continue to see signs from ETN. Continue to see how he will be used in this offense. Also, I want to see more out of Snoop Connor. Because Snoop Connor will be that, like, he'll be that guy that spells someone. Or, God forbid, if one of them gets hurt. Like, Snoop Connor will probably, and even especially because he's kind of a bruising back, especially when we get more in the red zone or, like, the goal line, Snoop Connor will probably have a package made just for him, I would imagine. So I'm excited to see out of him, hopefully a little bit more than what we have seen. Also, I know I said 2 more things, but I'm throwing a third in there because it's my video and I can do what I want. And if you're still watching, you rule. I want to see this defense continue to do what it did last week. I want to see this front 7. I want to continue to see progress from Chad Muma. I am really curious to see if they're going to line up George Pickens across from Tyson Campbell. I think that'll be an interesting matchup to watch. 2 Georgia guys going at it. Excited to see it, man. Will Andre Sisco make a play? This front 7, will Josh Allen continue to get in there? Like I said, with Trayvon Walker, Fadu Kasi and Devon Hamilton collapse in the pocket up front. I'm excited to see it. I hope they make Mitchell Trubisky's night very, very miserable, and that'll be very fun to watch. Only for Kenny Pickett to come in and probably drop 20, 30 points on our backups and third stringers. But that's how preseason football works. But you know what? If the Jags are winning at halftime, to me, that's a win in the book, and I don't care about it because it's preseason. Thank you for watching this video. If you've made it so far, 12 minutes and 6 seconds as of right now that I've been recording. Love you guys so much. Screw the Titans. I hope you guys hate them more today than you did yesterday, as I do. Go Jags. Screw the Titans. I don't know why I did this. I didn't know what else to say. The Titans suck. I hate them. Well, look at you. You made it through the entire video. I appreciate that. Since you've made it this far, you might as well go ahead and share this video with every Jaguar fan that you know. Really helps the channel grow. And hey, us Jaguar fans got to stick together. Duval.